Shalom. Kol halayim la Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, to the Akim doing the work in truth and sincerity, as well as the few Akwat that listen and learn. This is Brother Shawar with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And don't want to make this too long, but we'll see what the spirit does. But I want to get into today is the confusion of Babylon the Great. And Babylon the Great in the scriptures is America. You know, it's also spiritual Sodom in Egypt. You know, and of course Babylon. So, and going back to that word Babal, Babylon means confusion, the city of confusion. Right? So this is where the Israelites dwell. The bulk of the Israelites dwell. It's the so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the Israelites today. You know, and there's obviously the Israelite foreigners as well, the speckled birds, whose the seed of an Israelite has been scattered amongst the other nations, therefore take on the characteristics of another nation. But their lineage goes back to that of an Israelite, and we know, pursuant to the curses, Israel was scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. But the bulk of the Israelites are in Babylon the Great, which is America, and really all the Americas. But we're dealing with America because this is the epicenter of wickedness. This is like the main, pretty much the main wicked country, main wicked society in the world. This is where Esau uses, you know, he uses America for pretty much all his wicked agendas to be pushed forth throughout the earth. Right, and it is definitely the place of confusion, man. The city of confusion. It's one big city. That's why the scriptures, you know, liken it unto a city, because it is just one big city when you really look at it. And it will be destroyed because of the confusion and the wickedness that's pushed, man. And it has polluted the minds of everyone. You know, the only ones whose minds are not polluted, you know, in this wicked society and really this wicked world is the elect, the ones that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has given the spirit to awaken out of, you know, that slumber, and then to be sober from that wine, which is the philosophies of this devil Esau Edom, the so-called white man. You know, and we can see the light. You know, the Lord has blessed us with the eyesight to understand the truth, understand the scriptures, understand the prophecies, to understand who our enemy is and what he's doing and what's going on and what's right from wrong. You know, even though we're in the flesh and, you know, we have trouble in the flesh because the flesh is weak, man, and it's wicked. You know, our spirit is full of light because the Lord has blessed us with the truth. Right? So we're on our way, man. Yahweh Ratazah, those of us who are sincere and endure unto the end, you know, that we may be delivered, but nonetheless we see, man, we understand what's going on. And we understand that this place is the city of wickedness and confusion, man, and it has to go. It has to be destroyed, man. But see, the people of this world, especially the people in Babylon the Great, will tell you that everything is okay. You know, their minds are they're so drunk off the wine, which is the philosophies of Babylon the Great, that they think good is bad, or bad is good and good is bad. They think righteousness is evil and wickedness is good. It's really backwards. It's you know, really a bizarre world, man. Just it's complete polar opposites of how things should be. And you know, the Lord ultimately is doing this, you know, and there's a bigger reason why, is to teach the Israelites a lesson and to show us both sides, the left hand and then the right hand side, which is coming in the kingdom. But you know, it's completely backwards. Everybody's mentality is completely backwards, man. People are prideful in their wickedness. You know, they believe in, you know, all these kinds of religions. They worship all these kinds of gods. And this is the same thing that was happening in these ancient empires in the ancient world. But Babylon is at the highest level. So let's get into some scriptures, and then we'll close it out after a handful of scriptures. So this is Jeremiah 51:6. It reads, "Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense." And when it says flee from the midst of Babylon, it means, come out of, the ways, don't engage and indulge in the ways of this wicked place, of that wine. Don't drink that wine, which is the philosophies of this place, which we're going to read right now. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And that wine is really democracy. And all these other nations have, they've basically followed the ways of Babylon the Great, which is America in these times, and then it's led their country, into chaos in certain places, man. Some certain nations they're not dealing with it, And now we're in the last days, so you see these nations bucking up against America and pretty much pointing the finger back at America, saying you're the problem, because this is the last days of Esau's rulership, and that's how they're going to go out, man. These nations are going to turn against them, and it's going to end up in World War III, which is a nuclear war. But nonetheless, they're still drunken off the wine, and that goes for the people as well. So the people believe in all manner of wickedness and vanity, and just wayward doctrines, especially Jake. The women believe in feminism, even men believe in feminism. There's people who believe in, bestiality. Of course, the alphabet community, the transformers, and these things are, and it's only getting worse. It's just growing and growing and growing. Esau has been trying to normalize these things for so long, they're pushing it so hard. It's to the point where, even your everyday civilian is like, all right, this is too much, But Esau is pushing his wine extremely hard, man. But there's a lot of people who, really, strongly believe in these wicked things, man. And you see this, even that Roe v. Wade thing. You had a bunch of women out there, protesting for the right to kill their babies. But what would they tell you, man? If you went up to them and told them that this is, it's murder. You're killing your children, man. And, watch who you have sex with, because you're a woman, man. It affects you differently, right? The Heavenly Father didn't set things up for you to just be out here sleeping with every other man you see and whoever you want. He didn't build the woman to be that way. He built the woman to be with one man her whole life, and that's just the way he set it up. But what would they tell you? They would tell you, my body, my choice. I could do whatever I want. And this is the pride of these people, man, and their wickedness. But the Lord is going to destroy them, in these last days, and judge everybody who's not with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Well, of course, these heathen don't have a chance, but dealing with these Israelites, those who don't repent, man, and don't want to give up the program and turn back to the Lord and the ways of righteousness, man, and they're going to go with this place, because it's too much. The wickedness is way too much, and this is the confusion, man, and it's just a very toxic world we live in, man. And it's to the point where, like I said, man, these people don't even realize, that they're drunk. They don't realize they're drunk, man. Right? So let's get this in 1 Peter 5th chapter. And I'll start at the 6th verse. It reads, "Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." Right? It says, be sober, be vigilant, meaning watchful. So, and being sober is what? Not drinking this wine, not drinking of the wine of this devil, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, because that's who has dominion over the earth right now. That's who's pushing all the wickedness. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Malachi 1 and 4 lets you know Esau is the border of wickedness. That's who's ruling the earth right now. So, to be sober and to be vigilant, to be watchful, and not to partake in, the wickedness, not to indulge into the wickedness, man. Because why? Your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Right? All his ways and all the things he pushes ultimately are for your destruction. He's not pushing these wicked things for the people's benefit. Esau is not sitting there, pushing the alphabet community because it's conducive to a healthy society. It's a mental illness, and he's pushing it to pretty much emasculate the men, of course the Israelite men first and foremost, and population control. There's always an ulterior motive, man, and it's wicked. 10 times out of 10, not even gonna say 9 times out of 10 times out of 10, it's a wicked ulterior motive, man, for his benefit, his gain, for his agenda. But these people are so drunk that they can't see it. They don't even, they're just stumbling, man. They're stumbling, stumbling in their own vomit. Scriptures tell us that as well. Matter of fact, let me I'm gonna get that precept quick, but let me finish this. So let's read that again. 1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. So, yeah, man, those of us who are in the faith, meaning the truth, the gospel of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, we have been awoken. We're not gonna, we're not gonna be a part of that, man. We're not gonna participate like these other people of the world. We're not gonna be in this wickedness. We're not gonna be drunk. We're not gonna be confused. Because we have the truth. And if you remain steadfast in the truth, man, diligent, the Lord will sup with you, man, and Yahweh Ratazah, we endure unto the end. But let me get this precept, like I said earlier, about them stumbling in their vomit. I'm trying to think where it is. Okay, yeah, it's in Isaiah. So yeah, Isaiah 19. Okay, so this is Isaiah 19 and 14. It reads, "The Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit." Right, and of course, Babylon is spiritual Egypt as well. So the Lord is going to cause all these people to stumble or to stagger, to stagger in their own vomit. Meaning, they're going to indulge in these philosophies so much that it's pretty much going to come back to bite them in the ass. And they're going to be, they're going to throw up on themselves, spiritually. Because when all hell breaks loose and this society crashes, man, and this facade of, your quote unquote freedom and your liberty to do whatever you want is gone, it's only time for judgment. There's no hedge of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai there. These people are going to be, they're going to lose it, man. They're going to be, it's a wrap for them, man. It's over. The way their mind is going to, spiral off and just discombobulate, it's over for them, man. And even before that, man, that wickedness it's really just destroying you. People think, when they do whatever they want, that in the moment they're fulfilling the flesh or pleasing the flesh. So they think they're doing something, but you're really just destroying yourself, man. The flesh just tells you what's good or what hurts and what doesn't hurt, what feels good or what doesn't feel good. Does not necessarily mean it's right and it's beneficial for you. But that's something the people of the world don't understand. Right? So let's get another precept. In Psalms 55 and 21, it reads, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords." Right? That's Esau all the way, man. The serpent, man. That's the serpent. You know, even going back to the garden, man, it's the same thing. You know, the words that he uses are smoother than butter, man. You would think you know, the way he talks, man, it sounds, you know, sophisticated. It sounds like, oh, you know, they got our best interest, you know. But when you really take a deeper look and you really understand what he's doing, you know, you would see that there's an evil intent behind it. And he's looking to devour you. He's looking to destroy you and benefit off of your suffering in some kind of way, whether it be, you know, the alphabet people, the GMO foods, you know, pushing McDonald's commercials to the kids, you know, feminism, you know, dividing up men and women. You know, there's some benefit, man. There's always something Esau is doing to benefit himself and in the expense of the people, especially the Israelites, man, especially the Israelites. That is his number one target, is the so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, and the reason why, you know, what you see happening in the earth is happening is because the elect is waking up, man. The spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is here. You know, the spirit of prophecy, the elect is waking up. You know, it's me speaking as a man, but I believe the elect is sealed and just being built up. I know other brothers and elders have said that as well, but you know, that's you know, but it seems like through the spirit that we're just being built up. But the elect is waking up, man. So this is why they're moving the way they're moving, because they're scared of Yahushua at the end of the day. They're trying to prevent that. But everything they do is geared towards us, man. Everything. And they're about to come show that great wrath and show those horns. Revelation 12:12, because they know they have but a short time. But this is where we're at, man. You see, you go outside, man, you see wickedness just everywhere. You can't go outside for, you know, amongst people. You can't go outside and, you know, not see wickedness for, you know, for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, man. You're going to see something wicked. Even the chemtrails in the air. You know, he's destroying the environment, man. You see an Elder Malcolm from Chicago brings it out all the time, man. The trees, you know, their leaves, you know, they change color, you know, far too early. You know, there's most of the trees, and even in the middle of spring or in the middle of summer are, you know, a lot of them are just dead. They don't even got leaves on them, because he's been destroying the environment, man. Sparing those chemtrails, but he's destroying the people too. Of course, the juice, you know, and ultimately we know that MOTB is coming, and he's gonna, you know, do the same thing he did with the juice, present it to you as a solution, you know, to help you, but it's for your destruction, man. There's something in there, some nanotechnology that's in there, man, that's messing people's DNA up. And when they activate it, because they're about to do some, you know, because there's going to be another shutdown, man. So they're about to make sure that people are really shook and moved by this one. You know, and it's like I'm kind of going off, you know, topic a little bit, but it all connects. Nonetheless, man, Esau is pushing all this wickedness for his benefit, and these people fall for the okie doke every time, man, especially the Israelites, and especially the Israelite woman, to be honest. But the Lord is coming to put an end to this, man, and this is what we need. We need, the earth needs new management. The earth needs new rulership, and it's coming, man. It's coming very soon, man, and everybody is going to benefit off of the rulership of the Israelites and Yahushua. So this is Ecclesiastes 10:5. It reads, "There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and an error which proceedeth from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place." And the rich are the Israelites, you know, because of our inheritance and who we are, man. We are Yasharala, the children of the Most High. But right now we sit in a low place, man. We're in captivity, you know. So we have no power when we're at the bottom of the barrel. But inherently we're rich, man. We're better than these nations. But folly has been set in great dignity. You know, foolishness, man, wickedness, perverseness, you know, it's praised. You know, you go to look at TikTok, man. TikTok is a huge app worldwide, and 70% of the things on there is just folly. You know, there's some good stuff on there, but most of it is just is people doing, you know, foolishness, man. And it's mostly Jake. But it's praise, man. Everywhere, social media, it's folly. Everywhere you look outside, folly. All people are into is folly. Going to clubs, you know, getting stupid drunk, doing, you know, just all kind of manner of wickedness, man, and madness. There's no order. It's you know, it's just no liberty, or it's too much liberty, no order. So people are just out there just doing whatever. You know, so Esau, man, this is what he's built. He's built a place where, you know, it's just a very low low frequency, low vibration, you know, a very low place, man. You know, the environment, the earth itself, you know, even though the earth was made to be a paradise, but the people especially, people are on a very low level, man. Extremely low level. The spirituality is extremely low. You know, the lack of belief of the Heavenly Father is at an all-time low. And this is all the doing of Esau Edom. You know, people are as proud as ever. You know, and that's why Babylon is going to get the worst judgment out of any of these, you know, wicked kingdoms, you know, in the past, because Babylon has set the bar, you know, on a new height. So the Lord is going to, you know, give this place a great judgment, man. And we know it's going to be left like a wasteland. You know, when it's done, it's going to be a desert when there's these nuclear missiles hit and the laser beams from the chariots hit, man. This place is going to be made a wasteland, and rightfully so. Let's see. I had this in Isaiah 5 as well, but it's kind of similar to the one we read earlier. We can read it though. Let's get it quick. And then one in 2nd Esdras, and then we'll close it out. So this is Isaiah 5:20. It reads, "Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil." Actually, no. This is good. Salakia, I thought this was something else for a second. Isaiah 5:20. "Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light, and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter." Right, man. Woe means destruction, man. And this is Esau Edom to a T. He calls what? Evil good, and good evil. And these people believe it. These people follow it. People, you know, ask your average person on the street, man, what they think about, you know, the alphabet community. They're going to say it's okay, you know, as long as people are doing what they want, or something of the sort. Or, you know, it's all about feelings. It's all about catering to the human flesh. When the scriptures tell us that in Isaiah 55 that the Most High's ways are higher than our ways, His thoughts higher than our thoughts, man. You know, you can't. You know, how are you gonna? You know, it's extremely prideful and wicked to think you know a better way than the Creator, man. And that's what these people think, especially Esau, man. That's why he's doing all he's doing with this AI, you know, and his technology. He's basically trying to manufacture a kingdom of heaven, you know, by left hand means, and trying to do it his own way. You know, I can't remember who said it, man. It's one of these devils. I think it might have been Kyle Schwab or someone who works with him. But they said they were showing this AI thing, and they were saying, you know, who needs God when you can, you know, do it with technology. We have something, you know, better, or something like that, man. But that's the mentality of these devils. And that's in the scriptures as well. But the people follow, man. And the people really believe this. You know, people think adultery is okay. If you know, especially a woman, man. A woman, you know, of course these niggas too, man. These niggas out here, you know, they love doing it. But people will just justify, you know, adultery, which is a sin worthy of death, just based off their flesh, man. Smoking, just based off their flesh. You know, just everything, man. So this place got to go, man. And this is what we're about to read in 2nd Esdras 15 chapter. And we'll close it out after this. 2nd Esdras 15:5. It reads, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Right? This is the whole world is under a wicked vibration. Babylon is the epicenter, but everywhere is under a wicked vibration, Salakia, because who is ruling? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the wicked that the Bible speaks of, the devil that the Bible speaks of. And the Lord is coming to take him out, man, and establish righteousness. Verse 7, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Verse 9, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, and I will suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. What was I going to say? Salakia. Lost my train of thought for a second. Yeah, the Israelites have been led as a flock to the slaughter, man, because what? They're following the ways of our oppressor. So they're pretty much, and then of course these wicked other Israelite groups too, these sellouts, are leading them all to their destruction. Everything Esau does, everything the society pushes is going to lead you to your death. Right? Verse 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues. And it's dealing with, like I said earlier, Babylon the Great is also spiritual Egypt. So let's read that again, verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Right? It says as before. So that's how you know it's talking about Babylon, America. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. So this place is going out, man. This place is, and you see it, is being deconstructed as we speak. So it's going out, man. People are about to go through some hellish conditions and some very crucial and harsh judgment, man. That is all inflicted by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai because of the wickedness. But the Lord is going to deliver that remnant, the elect. Lord willing, we be a part of that number, out of it. He's going to save that remnant, that 1/3 of Israel, man. Beam us up in those chariots, pursuing the Revelation 11 chapter, and then we're going to be hidden from the destruction, man. And that's what we want, man. That's why we're pursuing the Lord and, putting on the new man or the new woman and trying our best, man, to please the Lord, and then hope and pray that we be delivered and giving diligence to make our calling and election sure. This is the spirit we got to be in right now. Just focus on this truth because we're close. But nonetheless, the point of the lesson is, these people, man, these people are bugged out. These people are bugged out. You got to know that. You got to understand that. Move accordingly. Apply the wisdom of the scriptures when you're out in your daily life. Because these people are bugged out, man. Men, women, children. It's constant wine that they're drinking, man. Yeah, Esau's forcing down their throat. So these people are just drunk and, they're lost. But destruction is coming, and our redemption draweth nigh, man. So Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, and a Bible Ball.